Hello. 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 We're gonna be gaming tonight. Bang. Everybody's voting? Everybody's voting? It looks like it. It looks like it. Oh, here's where I do the funny thing. I do the Alan Wake world that they made for Fortnite. It's like a thing they did. It's like a recap. See if I can find it real quick. Good thing I hid my screen.
Is out there. It's hunting me. I need to write something different. Something new, but nothing works. I can't take it.
I heard about this peaceful little town. It'll be the perfect place to clear your head.
Alice?
You guys want this? Do you guys want this? Or do you want the actual game? You guys want this or the actual game? This ain't real, this is real. Oh, brother, this is real. What's flashback? It's this.
The dark presence is out there. It's hunting me.
It's the Fortnite world.
I need to write something different. Something new, but nothing works. I can't take it.
It gives us a rundown of Alan Wake 1's story.
Place to clear your head.
Alice?
Fidget Spinner Wake is tempting, but I'd rather have the real game. Somehow, Alan Wake has returned. I'm going to advise everybody, watch your ears, watch your volume. When I boot up Alan Wake, it will be loud. Oh, I'm so hyped for the game. I have to say that I am more excited. I'm gonna be real. All right, let's get in there. I'm fucking excited. That could have been dangerous. I could have been injured or worse. Fuck. Injured. Watch out for the dangerous black. It can hurt because it's dangerous and black. Whoa, I could have stepped in that and hurt myself. It's a good thing I avoided the danger. Dermis! Fucking move! Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, watch out! There's a crow. He was unaffected. Must be my imagination.
Beware of Widowmakers.
Widowmaker, he's pushing the log. Dead by Daylight. Ah, wrong button. Dead by Daylight sim. You just want a horror protagonist dialogue? I can make it worse. This is not at its worst yet. I can make it worse. I can make it way worse. Please do. Perhaps. Maybe. Alan Wrench is actually fun compared to the Alan Wrench. So guys, I made an OC for Alan Wake. Original character, do not steal. Her name is Lake Wake. And they fight the darkness. And they're cool. Whoa! I gotta be careful around these woods. There's ghost things. Better luck next time, loser. That's bullshit. Donut Steel. Half Shadow, half a dude. Name is Alan Burnt. I gotta be more careful in these woods. Axe-wielding maniacs lurk around every corner. I gotta be more careful. They're destroying the wired wildlife. That's the bad guy, isn't he? Seven times! I shot him 7 times! That's a reference to all you horror fans out there, in case you missed the joke. Brush up on your horror knowledge. I'm sure somebody out there got it, though. Wired.com. Was that from? I'm not gonna say. You either know or you don't. If you don't know, you don't know.
Barry?
Barry? Oh, Barry!
They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Oh, Barry!
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was at
Thermos!
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
I was in the bathroom, but I didn't have to use the bathroom. Lucky for me, the toilets weren't there, so I couldn't use the bathroom. The hunting rifle ammo was a welcome addition. My name is Alan Wake, and this is my story. There was a TV on the wall. It shined.
A story
It
is
was
not a
me
machine that
on
does
the
what you
TV.
tell it. A story is
But
a
how could that
beast with
be?
a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own.
Fucking oops.
One thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
That wasn't good.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
There was a man who did not value the sanctity of the bathroom and attacked me. Why he chose to do that while I was in there trying to go pee pee and poo poo, I would never understand. This bit sucks. How you doing, Texas? I hopped in the whip. But these losers, they didn't stand a chance against me in my car. I hit a sick jump. That was sick, wasn't it? Get fucked, nerd. Talking like the lonely doesn't. Oh, fuck was that?
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Seven times. How do you raid? I don't know.
It was the kidnapper.
You
I-
son of a bitch! Where's my
I actually have no clue.
Horseplay, wake. You deliver the man.
How'd your stream go
You
though,
can have your
Ensign?
woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main
City
building's
boy.
there soon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your
You
work.
raid?
If not,
Raid.
well, get me.
Yes. Yes, I get you.
Good evening. How you doing, Morgan? Raid. Instant raid. Oh, I have it enabled. It's enabled for everyone. Like anyone can raid me. As for how to do it, not a fucking clue. Is this Alan Wake? I don't know. How you doing, Jay? How you doing, Nesquick? How you doing, Wandering? How you doing, Tard? How you doing, Mark?
Harry had talked about
Birds!
the phone.
Bird! Look at this. Look at this. Look at this whip. Look at this fucking Hummer. Fucking stuck. Nerds.
glad you're here. A couple of them
Oh,
got in here
Barry!
before I blocked the
Oh,
chimney.
oh,
This isn't
Barry!
normal.
Barry!
These birds are weird.
Oh, Barry! I don't remember how to use my flare. Hold on. Is it F for flare? It's not F for flare. I guess. Drop your channel for a while, long time. Well, welcome to the channel, Max. I found the flare button. Ooh, I'm so good at games. The birds. I'm so fucking good at this game, man. Oh, what's that? Birds? I really like Alan Wake. I was addicted to it when I was 11, 12. Oh, I was roughly around that age. I really enjoyed this game back when it came out. I'm about to waste a fucking flare gun on shooting a murder of fucking crows.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
That's what I would have said if I had to.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Oh, Barry!
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared.
Not too late, man. Got 10 days, and then 2 drops.
I had to try to write him one.
It's a 6-chapter game, 6 chapters a day. I mean, 6-chapter game, a chapter a day. Finish it in no time. Fucking smack it.
A tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day.
She
Hope you come back
evil?
soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
She got blacked. Writer's block is a bitch. Huh? What's up?
Come here.
Oh yeah, no, the game's Silent Hill and Twin Peaks as fuck. Bitch, give me the fluoride stare. I hope this ain't copyrighted. It's gonna be real inconvenient.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend.
Ah, fuck this lamp.
Not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you
Feels
folks?
like 24.
Name's Randolph.
I've never watched
I'm your
24 either.
manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
This is a hefty nigga. God
The writer,
damn.
huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose
You got the
is
hefty
a
boy
nice girl.
walk too.
Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake
Fish
was the
neck
doorway
is
to the
first.
underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in
You're lying,
1970,
Morgan.
and Zane went down with the island.
Fuck young boys, Valdez. Are you a madman?
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Dude, he was so out of pocket for that. Cole Phelps is great. What a piece of shit character. I love him. You're a one-in man, Mr. Morgan.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway...
Watch
she
out
knew
for
both
the
Jagger and Zane
birds.
before they both
Whoa.
died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
I don't know. Birds are pretty cool.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Oh, Barry!
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
What did she do to Rose?
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Oh, these edibles ain't shit.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I'm scared of the dark. Does he wake or is he currently wake?
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances.
You're running up the stairs after turning on the basement. Turning off the basement light. Pretty much.
Into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Gotta leave him.
You're right.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
I'm a runner. I'm a track star. How you doing, Sean? Somebody's not a fan of elbow patches. Thermos! 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 Look at him go. He's a runner. He's a track star.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face!
God damn,
Right
bro.
where you are, Slade!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake! Come on! Make it easy on him!
Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it. Let him get away.
I'm a little tired. I'm not a runner, not a track star. Runner is a track star. Running through his mind.
Stop running! Freeze! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Where is he? Fire now! Over there! I'm not running! God damn it, where did he go?
I'm not on the weed or the cocaines or the ecstasies. I'm just on writer's block. What 3 tablets of writer's block does to a motherfucker.
He's gone! Come on, guys! We need to head him off!
Whoa! Officer, do you understand that Slender Man is in these woods?
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired at Wake and he didn't have a gun.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
I'm a federal agent.
F-14B, we can do anything. We can accomplish anything.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way.
Move out. Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
The black is violence.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Norton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody.
What's your mod pack for? Mark.
Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both of them. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Oh, Minecraft. Interesting. Let's collect your things at 33.
I imagine that the
How stable
broadcast
is
tower
it?
in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Spooky gate!
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light. There was no power to the searchlight.
Hate the fact that Delicio Pizza is being... I've never heard of that, Morgan. I'm gonna be 1000% with you. I'm gonna be 100% with you, Chief. I ain't never heard of that. Frozen pizza brand. It's delicious.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in.
Dirt!
You have the right to remain silent.
What the fuck? How did I survive the coffee lady? They didn't kill me. They kind of just looked at me and went, whoa, it's Alan.
The right to remain silent.
NW. Now you guys are just being rude.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
Yeah, it's a flash of light. It's a massive condensed flash of light against enemies that are weak to light. It's gonna fuck them up. It's sick.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Ow! Fucker! Get fucked. The deep shadow. I'm in the home stretch. I can see it. It's right there. Oh, I really want a hot dog. Suddenly want a hot dog real bad. Fucking blew his asshole up.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassion.
1911.
Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Kleiner. Freedom Man's rad.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many
I'm not
cliffs, it was
racist.
ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Am I reading the notes, by the way? No, but I can if you got.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, Looked like trouble, and they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power.
Sounds like you just need to get new glasses, Quill.
The rock stars had stirred it from the
Hopefully you're
depths
able
the
to.
poet
How you
had
doing?
sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?"
Yeah, I think Alan Wake is it's one of my favorite Remedy games. I really like it. Oh, wait, next year I do know about that Guan. So many pages.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time,
You're
and the
back.
shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Burger. Ate a burger. Huge burger. Huge burger. How you doing, lady head ass? Colonel, big burger. Bunger.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted.
I gotta modify the...
I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Burger modified. Burger modified. We're back. I hear Alan before I hear Darling, but both of them are fucking great. I love...
Instant of consciousness,
He's a great VA.
He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam
New
might
solar
reveal.
changed.
Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I
Matthew
knew.
Portrayal of the Goat?
and
Matthew
more.
Portrayal of the Goat.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark.
No, no,
To her,
Anthony, it's
darkness
ironic.
wasn't simply the absence of light. It was something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank.
Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Heavy is the flashlight? Probably like 2
The
pounds.
FBI agent's command froze
Probably
me in
like 2
place.
pounds.
I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The logging site was a mess.
How many lumens?
office had been
6.
Pushed off the cliff.
6 lumens.
Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Really do be Twin Peaks? Yeah. Which I played Deadly Premonition.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the taken. No natural path had brought them here. Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Ow!
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Okay. Okay. I'm done getting up and leaving the room. I'm here for good.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had.
That's what the fuck is this matchup, Anthony?
I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. I stepped into the gas station's garage.
Oryx versus like what?
The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
No. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. Alan cannot take the Taken King.
The sheriff looked at me suspiciously.
Solos?
The morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
I haven't left. I'm still here. So gosh darn good at this game. The War Priest encounter. Alan would, you know, guys have sold me. Alan would figure out a way. He'd solo it. Alan Wake solos Crota on the daily. Fucking ludicrous. Fucking ludicrous talking to you. Yeah, Alan Wake, just some fucking loser with a flashlight. He'd write Crota out of existence. That's how he beats Oryx as well. He writes in his little fucking novel, he's like, and then Oryx exploded. And he looks at Oryx and Oryx just goes, huh? It fucking blows up. You know what? No, Alan wins this. Alan Wake wins against Oryx. I've convinced myself. Dog, I can make Alan hit the gritty right now. If I really wanted to, I can make Alan Wake hit the gritty. I'm not going to. But I can make him hit the gritty. When you have the ability to write and make shit come true, you kind of just have a fuck you, I win button. You know? If I ask nicely, will I make him hit the gritty? If you ask really nicely, I could potentially make him hit the gritty. The gravitational pull of Saturn tears Oryx asunder, giving my flare gun an opportunity to destroy his foul heart and leave the Taken leaderless within Bright Falls. Thank you, Anthony. I really appreciate your Alan Wake fiction writing. Can you please make him hit the gritty? Please, with the cherry on top. That's only, hey, you said what have we? That's only one person asking for Alan Wake gritty. Let me in. Let me in, please. Back me up here. Make him gwitty, pwitty, please. Am I stupid? Am I? Oh, I have to reach the train depot. I am stupid. I walked up a hill for nothing. Wowzers! Try me, bitch. Pros are OP. No, they're just fucking cringe. Matthias, they're just cringe. Cringe ass fucking crows. Or a shiny quarter. I think a shiny quarter is gonna get us out of this one, chat. Leave me alone! Please, please leave me alone!
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Right foot creep, walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you.
Yeah. Sup, pussy? Sup, pussy? Hermes Gaming. right foot creep. I am walking with that heater. A truck sees the train very clearly in front of us. A truck. A vehicle.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible.
I love for you
but
as
that
like a
wasn't
truck.
The only thing that hadn't
Oh,
been
fuck
right
does
with the
that
call.
mean?
She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Man, I missed a couple of pages.
The light wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again. Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Alan, how about you write some bitches, bro? On God.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
What you niggas know about Pikmin? Shadow Gopniks? Yeah, the little quick ones are, yeah. They're bumping like Chipolowski and shit like that.
That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. What the hell?
Leave me alone!
On the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I'd pick people up and throw them places. If I had an overwhelming mass of Pikmin, I'd pick people up. I think I'd use them like Harvest from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'd ride on them. I'd surf them around.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Enough of your cringe behavior. Be cute. Ride the Saint Bernard, that would be rad.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story.
Heavy duty
Certainly not the
flashlight.
protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Did you see him, sir? Whoa! Whoa! That was impressive. It's a shame I have to put you down. You guys see that shit? You guys see that shit? Haunted objects cannot resist the power of a flashbang. It still fucks them up. Spin move! Get fucking murdered, moron. Should have oiled on that. Ollie. Bum, 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 bum.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos.
I haven't sound mind. It's just a matter of playing it. I'm not against trying it out though.
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least what would I have to do?
Oh.
What would I have to do?
Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young.
No, he is dying.
Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
So that's what happens if you kiss before marriage. I get it now. Oh. Weird.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Cause fuck that nigga. Close the door on him. Fucking ow! Ow! Ah, shit. It's the haunted boss fight. Wahoo! Wahoo!
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Yo, Alan, that was kind of fucking cold. What the fuck? Wasn't far. whip the... Shit. I didn't think it was going to. What the fuck? I'm whipping in the foreign. I'm whipping in the foreign. I play racing games.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man.
G-man?
Trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
I have a tune real quick. I gotta text someone. All right, guys, let's whip the foreign. This puppy should be all terrain. Gonna let a little hill stop you? That's what I thought. You're a champion. Come on. It's the last step. He will not enable four-wheel drive. He cannot. Check this shit. Check this shit. Using that Forza Horizon driveline type beat shit, dude. Porta potty.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything. But what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no.
Are you guys excited for
What I am
tomorrow?
saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter.
Stream. I could stream Spider-Man tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because
Did a better parking job. I think I did a pretty okay parking job.
I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then...
I will be streaming it at 11 p.m.
Since then, there hasn't
CST.
been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
I haven't checked them out yet, but I do plan on reading them tonight and a good bit tomorrow. I'm a fucking Parker meanie. I'm so fucking cool.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Daytime parts of this game are super chill, and then I whip a fucking Oldsmobile around a fucking corner and clear out an entire section of fence. Then it's not so chill.
The new sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
God damn, dog. Fucking chill.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him! I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Knows that the darkness is fucked. Waits until night. Darmus! Fucking turned into Crocker. Ow. Why is it in a cage? He growled at me. No longer jealous. You were jealous of my burger? Man, I'm gonna fight these boxes. Damn, boxes got hands.
off the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Kind of the best. Kind of the best. Here. What a fucking waste. There was a car I could have taken. Please understand. I'm kind of the best.
Some of the taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
All right, take it easy, Jay. Glad you enjoyed. I like completely missed like the spooky thing that was supposed to happen right there. Just was not paying attention. Oh, a tree fell. That's no good.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
There we go. The flare gun is so fucking rad, dude. Thermos! Guys! Thermos! I don't care anymore. Oh!
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Eramos to me. Eramos to me. Have fun, fuckers. The flashbang is just like, fuck you, hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. What does the thermos do? It's just a collectible.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Ghosts! 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 Ghost! Ah! We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna move on from that. I just got here. Carry the haunted containers. If fucking only. Oh, dude, that game looks sick, Quill. I know what game you're talking about. Ghost. That a fucking... Dermis!
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Interesting. Interesting. Fuck you, no. I have a shotgun. The tree is screaming at me. No.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Called me so many slurs. Hold it up on my shoulder.
Birds.
bro fell down the mountain and he's just a little winded. It's fucking windy, dude.
Birds.
Ones I didn't even know existed. Therefore, I had no clue what they meant. This guy was really creative.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain. Alice?
Alice!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
I'm losing my mind. Coming, Alice.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
I'm losing my mind. Splash.
Accidents could be prevented.
I'm fucking gaming.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Oh yeah, we got a pump action a while back. It fucks. Shotgun in a video game, I like it. Fuck! Super delayed. Fucking punching air right now.
Make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Alan Wake Tomb Raider edition. Ah! It's my best Lara Croft impression. Jonah! Jonah! Be safe there, Jonah! Ah! Jonah! I like to think it's pretty accurate. Jonah! Close. I'll take it. You guys remember all those like turbo violent deaths Lara had in that game, and then they never did them for the 2 sequels? That was crazy. That was cool. I was a bit bummed. Those deaths were wild, and they were really cool too. Fucking boom. There are 2 Tomb Raider remake sequels. It's Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've been debating streaming them because I think it'd be goofy. But nobody gives a fuck about those games. It's like one of those things where it's like it'd be a wasted wasted time. In my eyes. I hear the 3rd one's not very good. Jonah! What happened?
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Or gore about Lara or something. Jonah! think I might visit those during the holidays. I don't know which one, but there's a lot. That's Rise. Rise takes place in the Arctic. There's a Lara Croft game with lots of ice. Pretty cool. It didn't get a sequel. And if we are talking about Rise, Rise did end up getting a sequel, Matthias. Jonah! Was it newer? What did it have, like, pretty graphics, or was it older with ugly graphics? Cause like it's like Tomb Raider 20. God damn, nigga. Tomb Raider 2013 was on a tropical island. Wasn't the yeah, Tomb Raider 2013 was on a tropical island. 20 Rise was on, it was in the mountains, and Shadow is like Central America or South America. It's somewhere where there is a jungle. I think it's dealing with like Aztec shit. It was really pretty. Fucking losers. Okay. They did give away all three on, if I remember, I think they gave away all three for free on Epic, so I might not have to buy them anymore. So sick. Really? Like, there's no fixing it. I think I downloaded it to play the co-op. I downloaded it to play the co-op mode in them. And I remember my audio working, but that's upsetting that yours didn't. I'm sorry to hear that. Jonah! Donor! Damn, I kinda wanna play the Tomb Raider games now. Fuck! The way this shit CW Z Tom Tom. Tom Tom. I miss you, Tom. Tom Tom. Tom Tom. Talk to me on TV, Tom. Tom. I miss you, Tom. You write Tom. Tom. I kind of don't give a shit about the Uncharted games, to be perfectly honest. I like 2 and I like 4. I was actually planning on doing a Blackout Club stream and getting a couple friends to do that. Oregon. It was an idea for this month. I think we might do it because you can get the game fairly cheap on a key site. So we might do that. Tom. I'm not too sure what it's about, Morgan, but me and a couple of friends did take interest in it. Alan! Plus, what's it called? On the 26th, I believe, is getting its new update. Oh my god, I'm completely brain farting on what game it is. Outlast. Outlast Trials is getting a new update on the 26th. I believe the 26th or the 24th. Yeah. It's one of those days. They announced it today. It's going to be a new trial. I think it's a singular new trial, but their quality control in that game is fucking nuts, man. Like, that game dropped and it fucking worked.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Wait! That you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see?
Interesting. That would hurt so fucking bad. All right. I think I'm going to call it there for now. And I'll be live tomorrow on Spider-Man late at night, 11 p.m. EST. If you're not in my Discord server, join the Discord server. Links down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great night. Take it easy.